I was in the county jail, and I'm on the phone with my father. He put me on the phone with my older cousin, Tony. He was like, man, Tony want to tell you something. He like, tell me what happened. I'm like, why, what's going on? He said, because that was your cousin, Dontavius. I'm like, you talking about your son? He was like, yeah. At that point, it felt like all the energy left me. I wake up every morning realizing that the crime I'm in jail for happened on my own cousin. What's up, y'all? This is Anthony Brumfield coming here, man. I just wanted to talk to y'all about a lot of stuff. I came to jail at the age of 19. I'm 42 now. I've been down 23 years for a murder, for a drive-by shooting. It's hard coming to jail being at that age, because at that time I came in just like a lot of young dudes. I was lost and still trying to prove myself. In prison, we learn what the older homies supposed to teach us. And that was still basically proving ourselves, being blind to what's going on out there right now. Being blind what's going on in here. We brought in here to separate and hate, but at the same time, we never realized the harm that we was committing on ourselves and our family. So it's always been hard. I wake up every morning realizing that the crime I'm in jail for happened on my own cousin that I never got a chance to meet, never sat down with or nothing. It's just when I found out what I'm in jail for the murder of Dontavius Marshall, trying to find out that he was my flesh and blood cousin. Every day I hurt from that. So every day, I tell a lot of people now, a lot of the young dudes, I talk to them and I try to tell them, like, man, there's too much life out there for us to be at war with each other. We're about war about something that we don't even own. Having life without at the age of 19 gave me no hope. I just started finding hope 5 years ago. Everybody in prison knew me as Scrappy Blue. Now it's just like whatever a person want to talk about, I'm open to talking about it, because now I know how to show empathy and respect and show love, something that I never shared ever in my life except for with my family. People that's out there, I really wish everybody could come together now and realize that a lot of this stuff that we go through is really coming from a lot of stuff that we grew up as kids. I never knew understanding what empathy and love was, except for when it came to my mama and my daddy. Learning this stuff has been like one of the hardest things, but it's been a blessing to me now that I'm actually being able to one day be considered a going home. So I just really want everybody to know, like, to really think before you act. Because a lot of us really don't know I never knew what the word impulse was. I never knew what impulsive ever meant until I started taking these classes and learning about a lot of this stuff. Most people that always knew me knew I was the person that my play button always stayed pressed. I was always ready to go at any time. Now it's like, when you think about it, at 42 years old, I came to jail as a child, with a childish mind state. So I really wish everybody just, if I could tell you anything, any young dudes to learn from is, bro, just think before you act. It's not worth it. Once you come up in here, no matter what nobody tell you, what you're doing out there and all that, never be afraid to ask questions, never be afraid to learn new stuff. So that's about anything that I could actually tell y'all. You know what I mean? Love your family and always make it family first, bro. Like, this right here in prison ain't it. And it's only gonna get worse. Thank you, y'all, for taking the time to listen to me. And I appreciate everybody for listening to what I gotta say.
Yeah, my question is, two questions actually. How did you find out that was your cousin, your flesh and blood, and then shoot? Like, how did you feel in that immediate moment?
When I first found out, I was in the county jail, and I'm on the phone with my father, and he put me on the phone with my older cousin, Tony. He was like, man, Tony want to tell you something. So when my cousin got on the phone with me, he like, cousin, he like, tell me what happened. At that time, at that young age, I'm like, man, I can't really talk like that, man, but when I asked him, I'm like, why, what's going on? He said, because that was your cousin, Dontavius. When I heard his name, I knew the name. I never seen his face though. So when he said Dontavius, only thing I could do is put my head down. I'm like, you talking about your son? He was like, yeah. At that point, it felt like all the energy left me. Like, damn, I'm really in jail for my cousin. Like, it's like, even though at that time I was always telling my cousin, he knew I wasn't lying to him when I told him, I didn't know that was gonna happen. But even though I didn't know it was gonna happen, I didn't do nothing to stop it. So that's what really like made it worse, because to this day, I wake up every morning realizing like, damn, I'm really in jail for my cousin. At one point in time, I was angry. I blamed everybody else. It was everybody else's fault. I didn't do nothing. Even in my trial, they found everything. They found me not to be the shooter and everything, but they still gave me life. So I was mad at that. But as I started looking at it from his mama's side, how would my mama feel if she found out that it was the other way around? And I never had a chance to tell her this. I never had a chance to tell his brother and them this, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what happened to Dontavius. I'm sorry for how I made y'all feel. Even when y'all asked me, who was it? And I couldn't tell y'all. I'm so sincere when I tell you from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry for causing y'all this pain. And if there's any way I can ever make it right, I am. I'm doing everything I can to make myself a better person. Since I've been in prison, I got my GED, I had college courses. I'm doing everything. I'm in a dog program. I'm giving back to the youth. I'm doing everything, but everything that I'm doing is to better myself, but this is in the name of my cousin Dontavius. Because I know I can never bring that back. I can never give his kids their father back. I can never give his mother or his sister their brother or son back. So the only thing I can do is live life continuously and make myself a better person. To this day, it hurts. And I'm realizing through these classes that I'm taking, if I could really go back and change anything, it'll be that day. It'll be that day where I can be able to tell people like, nah, I'm not finna even get in that car. A lot of stuff that we do come from, even though we might not admit it's peer pressure, but it's about us caring about what other people think about us. To this day now, I don't care about what nobody thinks about me. I chose now to walk away from everything. And a lot of people might think differently of it. Some people understand it. But if I could change that day, I would. So if the family is watching this, I'm sorry.